the next person, says there are 15 things every woman should have in her closet. No, not him. A black pantsuit, a little black dress, an Audrey Hepburn type black dress, he says. The classic white button-down shirt. Every woman in her closet should have jeans and a cardigan sweater of any color. Every woman in her closet should have a big bag to carry everything. A trench coat, a jogging suit, preferably velour. Every woman should have a long strand of pearls. Every woman should have bangles, bangles, bangles. Every woman should have footwear. He says, I know it's hard for women to get away with one pair of shoes. I think you should have high heel black pumps, brown and or beige slingbacks. And why not a pair of red? She says, yes, definitely red. Also, every woman should have hosiery, a pair of black leggings, he says. See, Tupac? Every woman should have a hat. Every woman should have a belt, and every woman should have an umbrella. Ella. These are the signature styles regarding every woman from Fontzworth Bentley. His new book is called How to Use Manners, Confidence, and Style to Get Ahead. The subtitle is Advance Your Swagger. Open the door for Fontzworth Bentley. Here he comes. Shade. Look at this shade. Yes. My sweatshirt is not velour, my sweatsuit or whatever, but then again,
he does stay clean, though. You got to give him that. He's a dapper don.
No, he is.
Appreciate it.
You are very nice.
Thank
now,
you.
did Cameron Diaz actually say that your swagger is timeless?
You know, she did. I met her a couple years ago, and it's kind of funny, this game. You know, basically anybody could have picked up the phone and called and, you know, done anything as far as an agent or anything.
Yes.
Cameron actually picked up the phone. She's actually here in New York working her behind off. Shout out to Cam. And she picked up the phone and helped me get an agent. And it was interesting because the gentleman was like, well, you know, she was like, I got to find somebody for this guy. I just think, you know, he's such a talent, so on and so forth. Yeah. And he's like, well, you've never had me meet with anybody in the 15 years that I've known you. He's represented her since a model. Right. So he was like, well, I love to do it. And she was like, really? So it was such a blessing, and we've just continued to be friends. She's continued to support my career. And it's funny, for publishing, you know, you actually have to, yes. You know, yes. You have to get a real quote from the person, and it gets kind of funny. And, you know, her agent could have written it. She had just gotten back from Peru, and she was like, no, give me a second. I got the galley.
And then here it is. Of all the gentlemen I've ever known, Fontzworth Bentley is the most refined of them all. His style is flawless, his etiquette is impeccable, and his swagger is timeless.
Oh, that's some flowers or something.
Andre 3000 says, very necessary. Kanye West says Bentley is the most... What does he say?
You know he got to make up a word. You know he got to make up a word. You know he got to make up a word.
Person I know, I always ask Bentley for style tips, and he's now sharing his secrets with the world. Did you hear that he's running for president of Rockefeller?
That's a rumor. This ain't that when Jay steps down, he might step in. I don't necessarily.
I don't know that he's too emotional, I think, to be a boss. We love him. He was just here the other day. But let's talk about your book. So this book is a manners book.
It's an etiquette book. It's an etiquette book. And, you know, it's funny that the CFO of Random House had reached out to this gentleman, this brother he was going to hire, and he said, you know, I want to do some more urban books. And, you know, the gentleman pitched back to him, actually Kanye and Lauryn Hill, and he said, well, can you get me Fontzworth Bentley? And that's, you know, I've started to realize, wow, like, you know, some really high-ranking executives that can really make some decisions and make some things move forward are really starting to not only get it, but are just excited about, you know, what I'm doing. And they wanted me to do a book about taking yourself to the next level.
Well, you know, please and thank you are words that can carry you a long way in this world. Mm-hmm. They're empowering words that can help you open many doors. Mm-hmm. I think that this is a better look than a CD.
Yeah, manners will take your money on. That's what my grandma always told me.
Yeah.
And an etiquette book is needed in the urban community, more so than a Fontzworth Bentley CD.
Last time you were here, you were on the CD and the umbrellas. Now, the CD, we know where that went. What about the umbrella line?
The CD actually is even better shape. But Kanye
Kanye, no, shut up.
Hold on, can I finish? Kanye and Sony severed their ties. His artists got a chance to either put their album out through Sony Red, which Consequence decided to do. And yeah, big shout to him. And the other artists, me, Sarah, and some others decided to own our masters, which I did. So I actually just put my own money up. My brother, who just finished USC Film School grad program, shouts out to him, directed my first video. It's me, Kanye West, and Andre 3000. The industry has to deal with me. I ain't going nowhere.
Table settings. Don't be intimidated by formal place settings. Remember that things you eat from are the things that you eat from are to the left of your plate, such as your bread plate.
Right.
And the things that you drink from are to the right of your plate. Listen, the holidays are coming up. There is nothing wrong with pulling out the best china and helping your mom or your grandma set the table.
Help them out.
Well, I mean,
But you sit down at a round table of 6 of you, somebody grab the plate to the right, they throw everything off.
Yes,
annoying.
I understand.
Advance your swagger.
Yeah. What is the Swagga Club?
The Swagger Swagger Quotient.
No, the Swagga Club.
Oh, you talking about if you go online and I'm gonna have this little contest basically.
No, the Swagga Club.
Oh, I ain't even listen. Let me listen. I just not put my headphones on. All right. They hit me with one. They hit me with one properly. All right. So
now, what is the Swagga Club? Now, you were brought in by Puffy.
No. I don't know nothing about no Swagga Club. No. Swagga Club. No. Here, let me just tell you this. First of all, let's get a big kudos. First of all, I had to come up with a title 2.5 years ago. Swagger.
You are the worst.
Swagger was not the word like that 2.5 years ago.
Turn his mic off. I would kick him out of the club on the basis of not being able to play it off properly. You are the worst that ever did it, and we love your new book. You are the worst that ever did it.
Can I just finish my
board of directors
Swagger wasn't even the word 2.5 years ago. Advance your swagger 2.5 years ago, knowing that would be the term. Also, you had to think of a term that Random House would understand in the culture. So I'm excited.
They understood swagger when you said it?
They got it. So I'm excited. We got an etiquette book. You know what I mean? But this is a slam dunk for hip hop. When you talk about misogynistic things, when you talk about the gunplay,
Were you at Usher's wedding?
They got to talk about the etiquette book.
Were you at Usher's
hip hop
wedding?
or the etiquette book?
Were you at Usher's wedding?
This is good. No, I didn't go to Usher's wedding, but I did send him a note and say congratulations.
What do you say? What do you say in the note? And what do you send for a gift?
Well, no, I know. I didn't send a gift. I just sent a congratulations. I know Tamika. I've known her for some time.
Yes.
And he's happy. And I think at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
It is.
How a stylist need a stylist though?
Huh?
Tamika needs a stylist.
Oh man, no, you don't.
I'm just saying.
That's the kind of shut up. That's the girl that's allowed. Those are the kind of girls that are allowed inside the Swagga Club.
Oh.
I'm just,
No. You know what?
My mom always said, if you don't have anything nice to say,
don't. Just okay. It's Fontzworth
I do
Bentley.
like the tiara.
Thank you. It's the same one from when you were on a VH1.
Yeah, it is.
Our stupid little show. We have another special this coming Friday at 9:30.
I don't think it's a stupid show. I like your show.
No, it was actually a lot of fun, right?
Yeah. I think it's great for television.
Thank you.
I would say that book is necessary though, but no CD.
It is necessary.
No CD. It's got to happen.
Let me tell you something.
I have a voice.
This book is necessary.
Wow, thank you.
And I will.
Will you support it? I know I sent you one. I brought one for Charlamagne. I actually brought one for the staff. But would you please go support that? I think it'll be big for somebody to see Wendy WiIlliams walk up in Barnes and Noble.
No, because I went to charm school when I was a kid. You might not be able to tell by the way I conduct myself now, but I went to charm school.
But your diction. I mean, my God.
It's more than that. I learned at an early age how to curtsy, and I know the art of curtsy is over.
That's what's up.
And what fork to use.
We got to bring it back. Let's not say it's over. I do believe we're living in the golden age of disrespect, and at the end of the day,
we are.
I'm not saying I'm doing anything new. This is something that our ancestors have always known and learned, and they had to deal with segregation and Jim Crow. We don't have to deal with those types of things. Yeah, we have Gen 6, but they still had their hands up high. They had respect for one another, and loved each other. And we got to get on that.
And I think you look very handsome on the front cover.
Oh, thank you.
And it's called How to Use Manners, Confidence, and style to get ahead. Advance your swagger.
Advance your swagger.
Superhead book is out tomorrow too. She said she might reveal when she walked in on you in a certain.
you and Puffy. Look, stop it, Charlamagne. We've already talked about that case is closed. The point is, Bentley.
Dad, can I ask you something?
Sure, what's up?
There's this